Okay, then yeah, we're going to spend some time talking about soul music today. I also want to hear a lot more about your opinions and about your reactions to the music, especially from you today, Helder, because I know this material will be familiar to you. So I want you to challenge yourself to really express your feelings and your opinions on the music, okay? So, as you might know, last month, February was Black History Month in the United States, so I wanted to focus on a great genre of music known as soul music. It started in the 1960s in the United States, and it's so interesting to study because it's so expressive and it reflects a lot of the feelings and culture and environment of what was happening. So, to start this out, we're going to study two pieces of music, okay? The first piece of music we're going to study is called How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. It's by the artist Marvin Gaye. He's one of the most popular soul artists ever. Let me share my sound, make sure this works. Okay, and Helder, would you be able to tell me if you can hear the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I'll start it over again. We've got lyrics here. All right. So for this discussion, I just want us to bring up what we have observed. What did you see? What did you notice? What's your opinions on the music? There are no wrong answers, all right? So feel free. Paola, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Okay. I like sometimes I like to listen this soul music. That is this song was my first time that I listened and I liked it. I like more because I consider that the man mentioned the correct sentence is the common vocabulary, no? But
Hmm.
yes, when you're listening this song now, I feel very relaxed because today I had a critical day. And maybe you can this no, you can feel this connection with the reality.
Mm.
But I like more because I like when I listen and understand the mention in the song because that kind of music really sometimes I lost a lot.
Yeah, I connect with that a lot, Paula. I liked that expression you used, lose connection with reality. Takes you to a bit of a fantasy, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Jose, what did you see?
I see that the singer want to express his personal emotions through the
Mm,
song. Uh, he feels that he needs to find someone who loves him in his good moments and in his bad moments, and in the way he sings is a way to show that the song is for I don't know is a calm song, so it's try to make people feel relaxed or feel comfortable with the song, with the rhythm, but
mm,
as a way to express or to show that probably we had something bad, but through the music we express and try to feel better.
excellent points, Jose. It's romantic,
Yeah.
relaxed. He's trying to express his love, his emotions. It is very emotional. Great, Jose. Omar, what did you see?
Well, in this case, from the song only, Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a characteristic of the soul, talking about the emotion, deeper emotion. So because well, the soul is a mix about a gospel, no, or maybe so.
Yeah,
The song have that characteristic that the singer is talking about, that Jose say, a true love, deeply true love that he wanted.
absolutely, Omar. You're right. Soul, a big influence on soul was gospel music, which came from the churches, the black churches in America. It's where the gospel music came from. And that emotion is the reason why this genre is called soul. Can someone tell me what a soul is?
Is the inner part of our body that we can uh, observe physically, but is there,
That's right.
and it's like our consciousness.
Exactly. Our consciousness. Our conscious, exactly. Excellent, Jose. Thank you so much. That's our soul. Our soul, a lot of people say, is our personality. It's where our emotions come from. If you believe in heaven after death, your soul passes on. That's what soul is. So it makes sense that these are our themes. What about you, Helder? What did you recognize on this watch of How Sweet It Is?
It's a beautiful song. It's a love song, and as Paula said, it's a easy song. It's good when you can, when you know all the words. And but what I feel interesting is that I think it's before punky or even rock music. But he's using a switch and he's stage, and he has those ladies on the back vocal, and they are wearing formal dress. So it's a very tight and organized uh,
Absolutely, Helder.
song. So it's interesting. It's good. I think
Excellent.
it fits that
Uh-huh.
time because it's uh, it's what I have in my mind, this idea about the 50s and the 60s, because well, people were wearing hats and suits. So he
Mm-hmm.
he totally fits my image that I have.
Mm. Excellent, Helder. I like the points you brought up with the stage and the dressing in the video. It's not just the music and the relaxed rhythm or the lyrics that we're reading from, it's also the visual media that we see. This was a live performance that was done on television, and you see they're in really formal suits and gowns. Their hair is really well done. There's jewelry, but they're not looking too excessive. I think they look very nice. Helder, if you have another set of headphones or a different mic, it's a little bit difficult to hear you today.
I, I
So
think I thought that is my internet issue. It's strange because I suppose that yes, here is strange.
I will change it right now.
Ah, give it a try if you can. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and move on to our second song here. And like I said, it's the same artist. Excuse me there. It's still Marvin Gaye, but it's about a decade later, about 10 years later, 1971. What's going on? Let's go ahead and give it a listen. I want you to take note of not only the music, the rhythms, the sounds. We want to look at the lyrics, the emotions, the meaning. We also want to look at the video. What are we seeing? How are they dressed? All right. Okay, Jose, I'd like you to start this conversation. What did you notice in this song? What's going on? And how is that different than the first song we listened to?
I noticed that in this video is not just in black and white because we can see color in the public.
Mm-hmm.
There are children and young persons using colorful clothes, probably to be more, I don't know how did you say, to probably to be more notable,
Noticeable, right.
noticeable, yes, in the place. Also, the singers continue using a formal suit, so it's like a contrast to
Mm.
watch the public in a colorful clothes, but the singers are using the same black and white suit. And also, there are a lot of people walking in the street. Maybe they are working, I don't know, to try to find something or to try to get to a place. But I think the song wants to show that with that coloring people is a way to express that they exist. I mean, that they could use something noticeable for Black people, as I suppose that in that age, Black people were considered inferior to the white people. So I thought that showing that contrast is a way to express that the Black people can also be treated like a normal in the society, that they could wear clothes like other people wear, but at the same time they could continue be formal or elegant. So it's a contrast of how probably the society treat the people in ancient times and at that moment where the song is, because the day is different, so probably the singer wants to show that contrast regarding Black people.
Excellent, Jose. That's a really good reflection. I like what you brought to the table here. Definitely. Especially with both the color in the visuals,
Yeah,
right? But also musically. Musically, I think it's more colorful. Something Marvin does in this video that you're touching on here is showing humanity, showing that, showing people being people, in
yeah.
formal wear, performing, and also just walking on the street. Excellent thoughts, Jose. Paula, what did you think when you were watching this one? Were you
I'm sorry.
familiar with this song? I know you're a soul fan.
No,
This is
it's my
what
first
sometimes you
time.
say.
Okay, that only have question. What is exactly meaning picket lines or picket strings?
Excellent question. Okay, picket lines. Actually, can anybody else in the class answer? Picket lines and picket signs.
Yes, it's a situation that you cannot go inside of a place, or it's a restrictive line that say, oh, you cannot enter to this place. You need to be some kind of person or so employer of this company. So it's a restrictive sign.
That's right, but it is specifically for reason of protest.
Oh,
So
okay.
Omar's got all those details right, but the important thing here is the picket signs. Picket lines, picket here is meaning to protest.
Protest.
So a picket line is a line of people outside of a business saying you cannot cross because we are protesting this business for some reason. Picket signs, people holding signs outside of a business saying whatever they are protesting.
Oh, okay, thank you. But yeah,
Absolutely.
yes. With the song, I saw this connection with the that this, I suppose, in this part, the history and these years that existed, this big difference between the blacks and white people, no? And I like this song because the man tried to express his feelings that I love. Yes, I love that the way that he tried to mention that this relation between mother, brother, father, no exactly, I think, no, not exactly his family. He tried to say that everybody on the street is a mother, a brother, we are family, no? Yeah, beside your status or if you really, really are my family, that everybody in this moment stay in the same situation, no? And the other thing that I like to much in this part of this difference between the past song is because in this song, the music or the sound for the instruments try to more funny, more yes, more happy when the man tried to put the I don't know the I didn't say in English that saxophone or the Spanish
Hmm.
included saxophone, yes, included these different songs, sounds, sorry. That
Right.
yes, it's very right. It's nice. And the final part I like it is yes, is this contrast in between the colors and the black and colors. I try to think so try to relation with the focus in this why is the reason exists in the word the difference in between the black and white people. No, I try to mention that what is the difference. In the finally we are the same. We are together and we start here. I don't know exists the stupid race and the difference if you are black or
Mm.
white person. But yes, I like it, and I like it to try connection because I suppose that he tried to say in the other way, "Father, the living God." I think this part because the father is the only person maybe that really really bring me love in
Mm.
this situation, no?
Mm. Some
And
good
what's deep?
reflections. Really nice, Paula. Thank you. Absolutely. Helder, what did you think about this?
It appears for me that it's a different singer and a different era because it it's not easy to believe that it's just 6 years apart. It it looks like 20 or 30 years because we can feel and almost touch what what changed there in just 6 or 7 years. And I think the most interesting thing is that all Marvin Gaye uh, had the ability of transiting, of running from one genre to another. I think what he was doing before wasn't exactly soul music, and what's going on is I I I I know this song. I've heard
Mm.
it before, and it's a classic. It's what was uh, was remade from that era, not the first one. So what's going on is so much powerful and had the ability to capture what was going on that time, and it's a I think it's more than just a protester song, because it's like he's just he can't uh, understand what is happening, but of course he could. Of course, I think it's like a rhetorical question, like what's going on. He knows what was going on, and we can see uh, we can see what was happening that time. We can see he asked a question about the Vietnam War and the the race the late uh, the racism that was I think more sharp at that time, and the repression that was happening against the fight for civil rights. So It's a very powerful song.
Excellent, Helder. Really good reflections, especially on the what's going on is a rhetorical question, right? There's not even a question mark in the title. It's just what's going on, sharing more awareness, sharing that humanity that Paola and Jose talked about. Well done, Helder. Omar, what did you think about this song? What did you observe?
Well, for me, it's clear that the soul genre is not only about emotions like love, it's about emotion that humanity or talking about freedom. So it's great, no, to see that the music is a vehicle that the people can share his emotion, can share the answer, the question they have to answer everybody, you know. And for me, it's so clear that my classmates said all about the song, but for me, this song remember me other song that is more recently, the Black Eyed Peas song "Where Is the Love," because it's talking about some situation, no? So the but for me, it's clear that we are walking some of the walk a little, but we have to walk more. We need to be more humanity with others. We not understand that we are different, but in that Paola say we are the same, no? We are human. So it's a good to see the music is a good example that the people can share her feelings.
Excellent, Omar. Excellent, that's right. Big themes. That's a huge part of the genre of soul, is big emotional themes about humanity and love. That's exactly right. I want to make a couple of pronunciation fixes. Omar, one word, vehicle. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle.
Okay, vehicle.
That's really good, Omar.
Thank you.
Nice. And Helder, changed. It changed. You like to say changed? Changed? Be careful with that. Just the d. Changed.
Changed.
Good, good. That sounds wonderful. That's a really common one. All right, excellent, you guys. Let's go ahead and I want to add in a little bit more context of what is going on. I added in the question mark because I wasn't alive in the 1960s and maybe we don't completely know. But we're going to start even earlier with the Emancipation Proclamation